Do you have a shoulder that's been sore for months? Are you worried that your shoulder pain and movement just seem to be getting worse? Hi everybody, in this video you'll learn how to know if your shoulder injury is serious and the reasons why your shoulder pain might be taking so long to get better. Welcome to the Health How-To channel, where we talk about some great life hacks and easy tips to achieve better health. Please subscribe and share your best tips that you have found to be helpful for treating shoulder pain so that we can all benefit in our own personal journey to better health. This video will center on shoulder musculoskeletal pain, meaning that you don't have any other serious symptoms that would point to a heart attack, cancer, or problems with your lungs, diaphragm, liver, spleen, pancreas, or gallbladder. Here's an easy way of figuring out if it's actually a problem with your internal organs. You should look at other sources of pain if your shoulder movement is full and moving it does not change your pain at all. Whereas a shoulder injury will definitely let you know when you try to lift your arm. What kind of shoulder injuries would be considered more serious? Broken bones, dislocated shoulder, pinched or damaged nerves, and torn cartilage or muscle. These injuries need immediate attention. You should go to a doctor if you feel the following shoulder symptoms. If the shoulder pain happens after an injury like a fall, car accident, sports injury, work accident, or a fast push-pull on the shoulder, like pulling up on a starter cord or catching a heavy object. Number 2, you can't move your arm. Number 3, your arm is very swollen and red. Number 4, your arm feels very cold or very hot. Number 5, you have numbness and tingling in the arm that doesn't go away. Or number 6, your shoulder feels like it's out of place. There are 2 main signs that you have a shoulder muscle tear. Number 1, weakness of the shoulder. You can't raise your arm, but you can lift your arm if your other arm helps. And number 2, the shoulder feels unstable, locks, and clicks with movement. Shoulder symptoms that seem scary and serious but might be okay are, number 1, pain at night that won't let you sleep is often a sign of inflammation from overuse during the day. Inflammation tends to accumulate when you don't move, and it can irritate the nerve endings in the tissue at night. If you sleep on your back, gravity can pull the shoulder back, making shoulder tendonitis feel worse. Sleeping on your bad shoulder can also increase the pain from the curled forwards shoulder position and compression from your body weight. Number 2, extreme pain with movement. Sometimes inflammation of the tendon or bursa can feel really bad, but the pain isn't always an indication of how severe the injury is. It's kind of like eating hot chili peppers. One person might find it tolerable, whereas another person's mouth feels like it's on fire. How long does it take for shoulder pain to go away? In general, shoulder pain can take a long time to go away. How long? For mild strains and sprains, it could take 1 to 2 weeks. For more moderate strains, sprains, and tendonitis, it could easily take 6 months to a year. If you've had shoulder pain and stiffness for more than a year, it could mean that you have a frozen shoulder, arthritis, or a torn rotator cuff. The good news is that frozen shoulder, also known as capsulitis, can go away on its own in 1 to 2 years. If you don't want to wait that long, make sure you do your stretching exercises frequently and consistently. After the initial constantly painful stage dies down, you can start increasing your stretching to 3 to 5 times a day. As your shoulder starts to unfreeze, add in shoulder strengthening and shoulder blade stabilization to help restore proper movement patterns. Shoulder arthritis can start gradually and continue to progressively get more stiff and painful. To be clear, there are over 100 types of arthritis. The most commonly known, shoulder osteoarthritis, is joint specific, meaning that it does not jump around from one shoulder to the other. Less common inflammatory arthritis, on the other hand, is due to an overactive immune system. can affect multiple joints in your body and move from body part to body part. Unfortunately, there is no cure for arthritis, but pain and stiffness can be well managed through medication, exercise, pacing your activities, appropriate rest and arm positioning, ice, heat, and topical creams, an anti-inflammatory diet, sleep, vitamin D, and stress reduction. Check out our videos on all of these topics for how to reduce inflammation. A degenerative rotator cuff happens with aging and repetitive strain from work and sports. Pain and weakness develop gradually over time with increased muscle fiber fraying. That's why it's important to vary your sports and activities. Don't play racket sports all year long. If you are a construction worker, consider doing yoga to stretch out those overworked shoulder muscles. Switch up your weightlifting routine so that you're not always working out the same muscles. They need a chance to rest and repair. Why is it taking so long for your shoulder to heal? Number 1, poor blood flow. The most commonly injured rotator cuff muscle is the supraspinatus because of its position under a small bony arch. Overhead activities like painting or keeping your arms out for long periods of time like a hairdresser or sleeping on your shoulder with your hand under your head can pinch the rotator cuff and clamp down on the blood supply. Less blood flow means less healing. Take a look at our video on how to speed up wound healing. Number 2, poor posture. When your upper back is slouched, your head is forward from your body and your shoulders are rounded forwards. Your shoulder joint is essentially continually compressed on the top and the front. More compression means that when you move your arm, typically about shoulder height, the supraspinatus muscle gets frictioned and irritated, leading to tendon breakdown. Watch our posture videos for more tips. Number 3, your age. After the age of 40, the soft tissues don't repair as quickly and may be permanently scarred and damaged. By the time you're 60, rotator cuff tearing is fairly common. And after 80, the rate of a rotator cuff tear can go as high as 80%. Number 4, the shoulder joint anatomy. The shoulder joint complex is complex. There are lots of muscles and essentially 5 joints that need to be working in sync to make sure that the most mobile joint in the body is also stable. Women also tend to have weaker but more flexible shoulders, perhaps making them more prone to shoulder injuries and shoulder joint instability. A faulty movement pattern from tight or weak muscles or stiff joints can lead to inefficient shoulder movement and ongoing strain. And finally, number 5. Tendons and ligaments take the longest to heal. A tendon connects muscle to bone, and a ligament links bone to bone. Both structures are tough and fairly inflexible thanks to its major component of collagen and the arrangement of fibers along the length of the tendon. A tendon that is cut completely does not repair. A tendon that has torn partially will still not be structurally sound 1 year later. By the 2-year mark, it still may only have 80% of its original strength. Does that mean that you should put your arm in a sling until your rotator cuff tendon has finished healing? Absolutely not. In fact, if you do that, it will definitely not heal. After an initial period of rest, you need to move the shoulder passively and frequently to increase the blood flow to the tendon, which promotes healing. Then you need to gently and progressively load the muscle to stimulate further fiber growth and fiber realignment to build strength. When it comes to shoulder injury, this is a pain you shouldn't ignore. Not only are there plenty of things you can do to help yourself, but without treatment, you may have a persistent weakness and restricted movement. Also, there is a higher risk of a tear in the other shoulder. Check out our shoulder videos for more treatment information. Please subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any health how-to videos where we talk about easy ways to improve your health. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.